£112 million star. Chelsea are reportedly stepping up their efforts once again to sign World Cup winning midfielder Enzo Fernandes. It was reported in Portugal that Chelsea would return for the midfielder after efforts to sign the Argentinian failed earlier this month when Benfica's demands failed to meet their demands. According to the record, the West London club has not given up hope of getting a midfielder and is planning a raid before this transfer window ends. It is stated that those responsible for Chelsea's dealings in the transfer market have not yet given up hope of signing Fernandes and will attempt to entice negotiations once again. Chelsea saw a bid worth £112 million repelled as it was structured to be paid in 3 installments totaling £37 million each over 3 years. However, Todd Boehly has not given up on this transfer, and according to Portuguese media, another offer is expected this week. According to the Sun newspaper, Enzo Fernandes will be Todd Boehly's last gift to Graham Potter. If Chelsea sign Fernandes, their spending will be well over £300 million for this month alone. So what's your opinion on this? Would you like to see Enzo Fernandes at Chelsea? Yves Bissouma is the dream Jorginho replacement. Chelsea's veteran midfielders Golo Kanté and Jorginho's contracts expire at the end of the season, and as a result, the Blues must find new players to strengthen their midfield. With reports suggesting that Kanté could sign a new deal that will keep him at Stamford Bridge until 2026, Jorginho's potential departure appears to be final. Boss Graham Potter is at the helm of an outfit that is undergoing sweeping changes, with owner Todd Boehly having spent approximately £404 million on new acquisitions since his arrival last year. And for all of the change, there remains a requirement to bolster the center of the park, even without considering the aforementioned contract situations. According to rumors, Tottenham Hotspur's Yves Bissouma is someone on Chelsea's transfer list. Bissouma, who used to play for Brighton and Hove Albion, has made 22 appearances for the Spurs this season. Relations between Chelsea and Spurs are fragile to say the least. The two clubs rarely complete the direct transfer job, but Bissouma, hailed as the monster, and his former boss, Graham Potter, could meet again on the same team. So what's your opinion on this? Would you like to see Yves Bissouma at Chelsea? Fabrizio Romano reveals Chelsea and Newcastle talks over wonder-kid transfer. Fabrizio Romano provided a special insight into the Youssoufa Moukoko transfer saga as he received a lot of attention from other clubs before finally deciding to sign a new contract with Borussia Dortmund. The German has shown himself to be one of the most exciting young talents in Europe lately and is coming towards the end of his contract in Dortmund. According to Romano, Chelsea and Newcastle United have explored the possibility of signing Moukoko, and both clubs are in talks to attract the talented 18-year-old England. It seems that Moukoko was happy to continue his development with Dortmund, and Romano cited the player's strong relationship with the manager and fans as the main reasons why he decided to stay. Newcastle had serious contacts and met with Chelsea managers, but the player is always keen to stay at Borussia Dortmund, said Romano. It will be interesting to see if these clubs come back from Moukoko in the future, as Dortmund has often sold their best players to Europe's elite lately, which means that if Moukoko continues to improve, he will definitely be targeted once again. Chelsea will discuss bids to sell first-team player late in transfer window. As the final week of the transfer window approaches, Chelsea will reportedly be discussing offers for one of their key players. As we've seen, the club has signed new offensive talents with Joao Felix, Mykhailo Mudryk, and Noni Madueke arriving at Stamford Bridge. This means that the team is now bloated, especially in the offensive areas. And now the club may consider selling winger Hakim Ziyech late in the transfer window, and interest may arise for the Moroccan international. Fabrizio Romano, many clubs in England and Europe are eager to sign Hakim Ziyech in the final days of the transfer window. This is one that could become a real story this late on, and it's expected that Chelsea will allow a deal to happen if a club comes in with the right offer and on their terms. Chelsea eyeing up a move for 27-year-old Premier League ace. Chelsea are reportedly interested in signing Brentford goalkeeper David Raya. According to journalist Simon Phillips, the Blues are looking for a few goalkeepers and Raya is one of them. The 27-year-old has done pretty well for Brentford this season and could prove to be a quality long-term buy for the Blues. Chelsea could lose Edouard Mendy at the end of the season and Raya could be a quality addition in the long run. Mendy has a contract at Stamford Bridge until the summer of 2025, but he is looking to leave in the coming months in search of regular game time. The Senegal international goalkeeper has struggled to hold down a starting berth under Graham Potter this season, and Kepa Arrizabalaga has been preferred over him. Mendy will be hoping to play regularly at this stage of his career, and we'll see if any club are ready to provide him with a way out of Chelsea this summer. As for Raya, the opportunity to join Chelsea may be tempting and she will be eager to take a step in her career. But it will be interesting to see if Kepa wants to join the club as his backup. It is fair to assume that a player of his quality will want game time assurances before committing to a move to Chelsea. Jude Bellingham offers Steven Gerrard perfect answer to Chelsea and Liverpool transfer advice. Jude Bellingham has responded to Steven Gerrard's recent transfer advice. The 19-year-old has been heavily linked to his departure from Borussia Dortmund for some time as he continues to impress for his club and country. According to the News of the Sun newspaper, the player, who saw that his contract at Signal Iduna Park will expire in 2025, is followed intensively by Chelsea. Now, Graham Potter is said to be on the hunt for a new midfielder amid the uncertain futures of N'Golo Kante and Jorginho, who will both leave the team when their deals expire in the summer. Bellingham has emerged as a potential candidate to replace the duo, but it looks like Chelsea will face tough competition like Liverpool. Ahead of the Blues clash with the Reds at Anfield on Saturday, Gerrard encouraged the England international to ignore interest from Real Madrid, Barcelona, and Bayern Munich and, instead, return to England amid fears that he'll get swallowed up. Speaking on BT Sport, the former Aston Villa boss said, "What I would say is that's important to him that he stays in this country. In my opinion, staying around England, staying around his country, getting developed as he's still got growth in him, he can evolve. I think staying in England until a certain age where he hits his peak years is very important for the boy now." The Bellingham transfer seems to be one of the most active transfers of the summer. So what is your opinion on this? Would you like to see Bellingham at Chelsea?